For the Beaver Radio Network, I'm Brian Schultz. Beaver men's hockey team will host Native Nations Night tonight here at the Sanford Center, honoring the three Native tribes around Bemidji. We're joined by Zach Whitecloud, a member of the Dakota Band of the Sioux Valley Dakota Nation, also a freshman defenseman from Brandon, Manitoba. Zach, there are not a ton of Division I NCAA athletes that have Native heritage, even fewer hockey players. How much pride do you take that you're one of the few?
Yeah, it's definitely something to take pride in for sure. There aren't reservations don't really promote a whole lot of schooling or athletics beyond high school, your high school diploma. So to be a part of that small but very proud group, I think it's proper for us to promote that within our reservations and the First Nation children around Canada and down here in America too. So.
Well, that puts you into role model category. You okay with that?
Yeah, it's a role I take pride in. I do consider myself a role model, but I don't go, trotting around saying I'm the greatest role model out there. I have role models like Michael Furland. He's at the top of the list for role models for First Nations in Canada for sure. I'm not up there, and nor do I expect to be, but I think it's important that I do my part to help kids get to realizing that there is a future out there beyond just having a high school diploma and living on the reservation your whole life. So.
You've only been here for a couple months in Bemidji. Have you been to any of the three tribes around here?
Unfortunately, I haven't, just due to the school schedule, and the first semester was pretty busy with hockey and school, but Bill Blackwell at the First Nations Resource Center, we've set up a few visits to around to the local schools after hockey's done, so I'm looking very forward to getting to those, but not too quick. So,
what was life like back home growing up for you?
I had a really good childhood. My father grew up back in Sioux Valley on the reservation. I myself didn't grow up on the reservation, but I was always out there and with my family and with my uncles and aunties, and just kind of I was able to see what the reservation life kind of had to offer, and how my hockey peers were living, because I played on a First Nations hockey team, a youth hockey team. So we came from two different walks of life, and I really got to see how they how they felt about their life and what they did as kids. And it isn't much different. It's just the fact that you're living in a city and they're more out in the country. But two very similar things, and just they're two different things. But
struggles in people's lives happen no matter what nationality there are, no matter what their background is. Some of the issues here, chemical dependency, and heck, with anybody right now, enough money to do the things that any group of people or a city or a nation needs to do. What are some of the challenges that your tribe has?
Probably a big one is housing. Since from when I was younger, housing's come a long way. Just law enforcement as well. The RCMP are now involved with our reservation too, which is key, because obviously you're going to have those not necessarily just the youth, but more of the youth that kind of step out of line more often, like to get into trouble and vandalize things. But housing and law enforcement, schooling. I think schooling's come a long way since when I was younger and I could realize what the issues were. But now we have a high school in my hometown that reservation students can come and attend, which is, I think, huge. I mean, to get them off there for the day and getting a proper education at school, I think is a huge thing. But I have two little nephews and cousins that attend school on the reservation, and they're turning out to be two fabulous, great young men right now. So, and that's all thanks to their father too, and the school division as well. They're taking things more seriously and raising proper adults, and I think they're doing a real good job now. So.
The three reservations around Bemidji, basketball is king. I would assume that being from Canada, hockey is king. There are not many Native hockey players, though, here in the United States playing Division I hockey. Why was Bemidji State and Division I and an education here so important to you?
Hockey's always been a part of my life, and growing up, my parents always preach school first, hockey second. And, that's what I plan to carry out through my life, and that's what I want to do with my life is play hockey, So coming here to this program, I mean, everyone sees it. I mean, it's one of the top programs out of all 60 teams. I think anyone can preach for that, and past alumni and future guys here right now, and everyone will preach for the Beaver program, that it turns not only hockey players into hockey players, but men into men. Or boys into men, sorry. But that was the biggest thing coming down here, was coming to a program that was going to help me as a person and help me with my school and get a proper education and, hopefully one day play professional hockey. So,
quick Google search last night of natives in Division I sports. All that I could find was basketball numbers. There were 5 last year in the NCAA March Madness tournament. So of 64 teams, there were 5 guys. One of those, I was born in Wisconsin, so I'm familiar with their basketball program. It's from the Ho-Chunk Nation in Wisconsin. He is, I don't want to say shied away from being that role model early on in his life, but he's embraced it lately. In fact, he went to North Dakota this past summer, the pipeline protests. He put on a youth basketball clinic while he was there.
Really? Okay.
What sorts of avenues do you have as a Division I athlete to bring about some change back home?
I think it all starts with being down here. I mean, getting out to the schools like you had asked before, and kind of getting out to those kids too. When I played junior A, we had a lot of First Nations tribes around my junior town. So, and that was a good outlet for kids to come and check out hockey and see what things are all about. And I think it always helps with Native children that they have someone to look up to who's playing the sport. Like if I weren't on the team, they most likely wouldn't have came and checked it out, as everyone could guess. So, but getting out to the schools there, because a lot of the First Nations children came into Verdun for school. So I was at the school probably 3 out of the 7 days a week, and just kind of just keeping a bug in their ear. Just make sure you keep wanting to go to school, doing well in school, participating. Interacting with other kids, and it's all about having the right mindset for those kids, because, a lot of unfortunately, and I hate to say it, but like a lot of parents don't, motivate their kids to go to school and do well.
That's not just a Native problem, by the way.
I get you. And, but I've experienced it too, where, some friends their parents don't promote education, and it's really sad to see, because school is a place where you can go and get away from like the home life and go and see your friends and interact and play sports in gym class. And it was a blast for me growing up, and some kids just don't like it, and I don't understand it, but I think that was the biggest motivation for me, was to get there and promote how much fun it can be to actually learn and go places like this in Bemidji, and go get off the reservation and go to far places and have a free education. It's amazing what you can do. Just, it's all about the mindset. So
you were one of the first to volunteer, from what I've been told, to sign autographs after games here at the Sanford Center. You don't know these kids. They didn't know you at first. Why was that something you wanted to do? I just really like to embrace the role model role. Not that I go out searching for it or anything, but I just like to get out. I'm a huge people person. I love interacting with people and getting to know different people, and whether those people are uncomfortable or not, I'm the most comfortable person a lot of people will talk to. Even if they don't want to talk to me, I'm going to force them to talk to me just to get out of their shell. But I think interacting with the youth around the city is a big thing, because this is a big hockey community, and lots of kids play hockey, and I know lots of kids want to get up to this high level and go further and be on the stars. So I think getting out and kind of interacting with people, and not necessarily the youth, but the adults too, just kind of getting to know and let them know who I am, and that I'm here to play hockey and to get a good education and be a part of their community, because I'm from Canada, so I'm not too familiar with how the community works or anything, and I'm just a freshman, but I'm going to pry my way into the community, and whether they like me or not, I'm going to try and be friends with as many people as I can. So trust me, by the time you're done here, you're going to win over a lot of friends with that kind of attitude. On the ice this weekend, biggest weekend, I think, in this building's history. The McNaughton Cup is on the line here in the next couple of weeks. What's it going to mean to get this place full and have everybody cheering you guys on?
Yeah. If you were to ask every guy in the locker room, he would say it would mean the world to have everyone here, and everyone knows what's at stake. Nobody's taking it lightly, and we're preparing as we know we should. We have the right mindset going in here. I mean, we came off a tough weekend, but we played some good hockey, and I think we're going to take that rolling into this weekend. And we split with them at their place, and it's been proven we can beat them, and we'll show them who's the top team this weekend for sure.
You guys have lost 4 of your last 5, and typically speaking, I would say that a team that's lost 4 out of 5 is playing bad hockey. You guys aren't.
No.
Does that make it easier? Does that make it more frustrating?
That's part of being a hockey player, and part of having the professional mindset and a mature mindset too. Is that if you're losing, you got to find the positives in things. But that's part of being a hockey player, and what our program is about is, even if you lose a game, you can still play the best game of your life. Like Coach always says, that's the beauty of hockey. We can go out and play the Gophers, and we can have the best game of our life and lose 3-0, 2-0. But as long as you play good hockey, you're doing things right. All that matters is you put that in the rear view and you look forward to the next weekend. And fortunate enough, we've been playing really good hockey, and we get to have a nice duel for first place here this weekend, get the Sanford Center rocking, and it's gonna be crazy.
Zach, I think the best thing I can say to you is you get it. Job well done, man.
Thanks, Chelsea. Appreciate it.
Best of luck.
Thank you.